everyone, I'm here to do a Peekaboo reading. So this is a timeless reading, and my intentions for this reading is any spirits that want to come in and have a message for you. So just focus on the boo that you had selected with the associated cards here, and just kind of concentrate on the ones that you're drawn to. It might be one, it might be multiple, and whichever one you're drawn to, that has the message for you. And I will say before we get started, I had a lot of technical difficulties, so I can always kind of tell when Spirit's coming in based off the energy and just some of the interesting vibes that kind of come in. So I'm really excited about this. This was Spirit guided in terms of doing it this way, so we'll see what Spirit has to say. So if you want to concentrate on the cards, or if you had already picked it based off the boo that you had selected, whichever you prefer, you could pause the video, whichever, and we'll just jump right in. Alright, so I'm going to put these off to the side so we've got these and we don't lose that. Okay. Alright, so we will focus on whoever picked one. So let's see what we've got here. We've got a few messages. Spirit has rest and rejuvenate. Yes, absolutely. Okay, wow, interesting. Okay, and I'm just I'm going to tune in to see what Spirit energy is coming in, coupled with a message, and just, you could fast forward, whatever, but I'm going to just tune in energetically and see what messages. Okay. So I do have a male energy that's coming forward, and it's interesting because I look here, there's also a male energy, but this, I'm hearing slow down, and I do feel like there may be a father connection. I'm actually getting the letter R as well, which is interesting, rest and rejuvenation, or I'm sorry, what is this? Rejuvenation. So that's coming in as well. So there is a connection with the letter R. There's a connection with the 4th. There might be the 4th of the month as well. But this is all about sort of slowing down and connecting. And I keep hearing slow down. So Spirit is telling you very much that it's very important, that it feels like you've been maybe going really fast. There's been a lot of things going on, and you can't hear Spirit. I feel like this Spirit is trying to communicate, trying to give you messages. You might have even said, I don't feel like I feel him around, I don't know what's going on, but it does feel like a masculine energy. So and for those of you, just so you're aware, there could be, it's masculine and feminine, right? So on the other side, it's all about the energy that's presenting itself. So there might be a feminine or a female energy that was masculine in life, but this is the energy that's presenting. It's very masculine. And I feel someone who would have been a wise counsel, giving good advice, someone who was very, as they got older in life, it was about putting things in perspective, and the things that you think matter do not matter. And that's very much what the Spirit is coming in to portray, that it's all about quieting the mind, sitting in the moment. I feel like there might be a big decision that you have coming up as well. And in order to make this decision, you just have to be quiet. Sit in the stillness and really seek the guidance of Spirit. I feel like, you could see here, he's literally meditating, and it's all about bringing in this energy of what wants to be birthed within you. And we've got the, gosh, I think that's a dove. I'm not sure what, no, it's not a dove, I'm sorry. A swan, oh my gosh, I don't know. There might be a connection with a dove as well, because I was hearing dove. But the swan energy, it's very peaceful. The beauty in it is the stillness that it brings forward. And I'm just going to read the message that's coming in there as well. And then just let Spirit, if they have any other messages they want to communicate as well, I'll let them kind of build their energy around that. So this is all about the frozen tundra. So that's kind of the correlation here. And the card is indicating just take a step back from a project, a situation, a relationship, even if it's for just a few moments. Mend bridges, slow down, breathe, be still, go within, listen to your inner voice, take time to connect with your spirit guides, ancestors, and spirit guardians. And this is all about listening to the higher self. It says timing is everything, and just wait and incubate. So I feel this feeling of a rush, like I want to move forward, I want to go, but Spirit's saying to just take a pause. And there's something about going within. And again, I feel like Spirit really wants to work with you. As I'm looking at this, it's almost like if you connect with Spirit or understand what Spirit looks like, it's energy. And these are I mean, you can see all the lights that's in this card here, and it very much reminds me of Spirit, and kind of their way that they're wanting to work with you. And it's all about bringing that energy in and allowing that to come in. Even the light that I see that's shown down here as well, it feels very symbolic there. So let me read the blessing cards that Spirit wants to give you here as well. Blessings flow to and from you endlessly, expanding in all directions, filling you with the healing light that guides you upon your blessed path. Rainbow light flows from your heart, creating an infinite peace. And that's beautiful because it talks about the healing light, right? The healing light that's coming down here as well, that's coming upon him as he's meditating. So very beautiful reading. And I do want to pull, just kind of let Spirit guide, and they're saying to pull a letter card here as well. So, because I do feel like there's another initial that wants to come in as well, but I am getting that R very strongly. There might even be a J initial connected as well. Let's see what else here. Okay, Y. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. I kept getting Y, and I was like, well, that's why they told me to pull a card, because I kept seeing the Y card. Oh, unbelievable. Okay, so yeah, this could either be the confirmation for you, or this person may have had a nickname that was Y, or there would have been a Y prominent in the name as well. So even like something with the R, like the Randy, Johnny, or there's something with the I or a Y that's connected in there as well. So definitely feel that. Sorry, Spirit wants me to pull a tea leaf here as well. So let me just pull and see. One last card. I feel like Spirit wants to hold on to this, and whoever the Spirit that's coming in, this is how bad they want to connect with you. They are like not wanting me to move on to the next. They're like, I just have more to say. I want more to say. And I hear the message, I'm sorry. So I feel like there would have been some regrets associated to this individual. It feels like it may have been a father type of energy. But I feel a sense of regret and just general feeling of sadness around circumstances in life. And I feel like even when you were maybe little, there may have been some regret that he holds as well. So Cup. Okay. Oh, wow. You should accept valid criticism. So what I feel around this, this is interesting. So where I'm getting the connection with this and the message that Spirit was just bringing in, this is all about owning your own truth in your own circumstances. So this is nothing, this isn't to come down on you. This isn't to make you feel bad, but it's about making peace with your inner critic. And there is parts of us, that are beat ourselves up, and they make us feel like it's almost like the voice of the person, your biggest critic in life, someone who may have pushed you. But there's an element of truth to that. So I feel like even with your father energy, this energy that's coming forward, and that's where he's going back to saying, I'm sorry, that it may have been not what he said, but the way he said it. And so this is about accepting that valid criticism. It's not really criticism, it's feedback, and letting you know that he was only trying to help you as you went forward. And so just knowing that, taking that and taking that in and accepting it for what it is helps you grow through the process. And there's some things that you have to release as part of this, because I do feel like there might be some just lower vibration that you need to forgive yourself for. We all experience things in life, and we all, we could be the best and the worst in the same day. And so just knowing and taking that pause and forgiving yourself and forgiving others as well. That's really a part of this journey. But it does sound like you have some amazing blessings that are coming in here. But it's all about this kind of taking it in, and Spirit really wants to work with you at this time. So very exciting. All right, let's go on to pile 2. Okay, so the first thing I was drawn to here is you've got the yoke that's in the card. And this to me is all about, there's some new beginnings coming in. It's about birthing. You can see that yoke, and there's something about maybe needing to finish something and needing to move forward with something that you've got. Oh my gosh. I swear I did not look at these cards before I flipped it over. That is amazing. I am so, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This one, I'm so excited for this one. Wow. Yeah. New beginnings. Now is the blessing and delight. This is amazing. Okay. So yeah. And then look at the bird on here. And that was next to that yoke. That's amazing. So, wow. Okay. I'm super excited for your reading here. Amazing stuff. Okay, so perfect. So definitely have some new beginnings coming in, but I feel like this, what I'm getting with this actually is the connection of like the Magician card. So like in the Rider-Waite, that would be the correlation of what I'm seeing here. This is all about stepping into your new world. And the song that's coming to me is that, it's that Fight for Fighting, I think it's Acme, what kind of world do you want? This is all about creating your reality and what you want. So Spirit's telling you, this is your time. You're in this manifestation space. This isn't an astrological reading by any stretch, but it does feel like if you did like a chart reading or something regarding the astrological influences, that you are coming into a space where you're birthing major change, major transformation, major everything in your life. But Spirit is saying to choose wisely, because it's truly whatever you want can manifest right now, but you have to be purposeful and intentional in your decisions. And so this is very much like she's looking kind of forward and figuring out what that path is that she's going towards. And this bird, as I'm seeing this, is sort of looking over to the new blessings. And I'm drawn to this again. And for those of you, also connecting to deck 1 or pile 1, I'm seeing it's almost like, again, the spirit energy that's coming in there, all those lights. It looks like birds, but it's very much that spirit wanting to work with you that's coming in as well. And so I'm going to read that card and then see what spirit's, what spirit wants to come in here. So, all right, perfect. Okay, so yeah, delight is expanding your life. Clap your hands with glee. Spend time with others. Go to the community gathering. Host a party. The joy you will experience will give birth to immense creativity, and your life will blossom. Share your happiness and elation with others, and it will grow by leaps and bounds. This isn't a time to be serious or buckle down and get work done. This is the time to be spontaneous and madcap. Do not make hard, fast commitments. Don't sign any legal documents or make pledges. Don't make any promises. Basically, just have fun. So this is all about you deciding what you want. Don't feeling rushed to make any sort of decisions. You've got this new beginning, but it's really for you to figure out how to bring it into form. So let me read your now and the blessing. So interesting because it's talking about don't make any decisions right now. Enjoy the moment. And this is all about now is the blessing there. So if you can, sorry, that's a little difficult to see. So this says here, life is a timeless moment in the eternal. Now you perceive yesterday, today, and tomorrow. But in the reality, there's only now. Focusing on the past or future keeps you from fully living and receiving life's blessings. Bring your awareness within and you will receive a timeless blessing. So that's just beautiful. Definitely. Definitely some good things coming in there for you. I'm going to pull a tea leaf, and I do have a female energy that's coming in as well. I just want to acknowledge her. It does feel like it might be a mother type energy, but this could be like a sister or someone that would have provided guidance that would be much like that of a mother type of energy. It feels like she kind of looks at herself as the mom and sees herself that way as well. So and there might be a K name that's connected to it also. I feel there might be that. Let me see what else. Okay, and I get an A as well. So that's coming in. Let me see here. She's saying here. I'm just seeing what other messages. There's something about a car that she's bringing up as well. So you might even be getting a new car. You might have some, you might be, so cars are both literal and metaphoric. So when spirit communicates, they show me how a car is both the vehicle that we drive in this lifetime, and it's also the vehicle in which we go through the human experience with. So for example, this might be your physical body, or it might be an actual car, but the bottom line is there's some changes with that vehicle in which they're referring to. So you might even be making changes on the physical level. You might be doing a new diet, new regimen, but Spirit's really pushing you and encouraging you, because I feel like this is part of your new beginning. It's almost like that Stella getting her groove back type of thing. There's very much this feeling of the you 2.0 energy that's, oh yeah, definitely coming in. I see like that brick house, that brick house song playing, and it's like, yeah, I get it. This is your time. It's, you're walking into your new here. So, torch. Wow. Oh, that's interesting, because if you think about the brick house and like walking, like that little swagger, it's like someone's holding a torch and they're walking with that. So that's amazing when that comes out. Okay, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Yeah, so it sounds like you're really coming into this space that's anew. And it's very much about owning who you are, very unapologetically, and just owning your power. Some of you might actually be starting a new spiritual journey as well, or stepping into a different aspect of your spiritual journey, but there is just a lot of excitement coming in for you. There might be a baby as well for some of you. I do feel like I just saw a baby girl coming in. So some of you might actually be pregnant with a baby girl, or know someone close to you, maybe a grandchild or something coming in, but that feels like that's going to be coming in for you as well. Okay. And as I just also, there is a, so I know I said there's a mother type of energy. I'm also getting a grandmother that's standing right next to her. So it does feel like you have some ancestral alignment that's coming in as well. It does feel like there's some communication. You might even be doing some ancestral healing with your sort of bloodline as it relates to the feminine energy. So that does feel like that might be coming in as well. Let me just see if Spirit has anything else to say. Okay, I am gonna pull a letter card there too and see what they have. As I'm saying that, I am getting the T as well, so there might be a T that's connected to this. Oh, interesting, and there's a torch there. I just love it how Spirit does all these synchronicities. Okay, so there's an O as well, so that might be a TO. There might be a TO that's connected. Or OT, there's something there with the T and the O. Oh wow, I'm just seeing that now. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. T and O, yeah. So that person might have that in their name. There might be a nickname, that might be their initials, but that's definitely coming up as well. Or there might just be a connection with the actual number 2. Oh, interesting, and we have the 0 there as well. So you've got a lot of that. Look for that in terms of synchronicity. You might be seeing a 0, 0 repeating numbers. You might actually see 1, 2, 3, 4 as well, because it does feel like there's a progressive effort that's setting forward for you. So I do hope that was helpful. And we'll move on to pile 3. All right. Okay, so let's connect here and see what we've got. I'm just going to see. So I'm drawn to the snake energy here as well. And this is all about shedding of some of these old kind of patterns and beliefs. I do feel like there's some purging of things that are going forward with you. Yeah, we definitely have a collective energy that's coming in about meditation, pausing, retreating there as well. So okay, and so we've got the number 4 here, and this is about firm foundation. So that's all about your root chakra, and so that's very much about, which is interesting because of the snake energy here, and you've got a lot of red that's in this tree as well, and that's all about the base. You can see the base here has all these red down here as well, and that shedding of the red. So whenever I connect with Spirit, and I kind of learn through Spirit, and then I'm able to sometimes validate it with literature, or just, again, I'm just referencing my own experiences. But that base chakra, the root chakra, is all about healing the past energies. We're talking about from the age of, honestly, like from birth to the age of around 7 or 8. From my experience, that's where a lot of our, and maybe even to the age of 10, but before that is where we sort of set our foundation of our beliefs, and we take things through a very small lens as a child, and the experiences that you experience as a child, you process them very different when you're an adult, right? And so, and vice versa. So as an adult, you might be like, well, I experienced this, it wasn't a big deal. But as a child, you didn't know how to handle it. And so it does feel like there is some correlation there. As I say that, I do feel like there might be, there's significance of grandparents that are coming in. So you might have even been raised by grandparents. They may have been in your life a lot. That may have been your sort of, when you went to grandma and grandpa's house, it felt like it was sort of safe and it was your kind of like place to go to retreat. I do feel like that their energy is coming in as well. And I get an S name that's connected there as well. So there might be a S name that's connected. But I do feel that they would have been symbolic for you. So I do have that energy that's coming in with them. And I'm getting the number 4. Well, the 4 is coming in here, but connected with the number 4. This may have actually been around the age of 4 that you would have experienced some of this as well, or the month of April. So they are telling me to pull, let me see here, one more card. I'll go to that standstill, but I definitely feel, so as I'm looking at this one here too, this is all about a little bit of a distortion. So Spirit's showing me, you know, he's looking away and he's kind of not clear on what some of these things that are going on, like what kind of what's behind him, and it's purposeful, and you might even be in some ways kind of turning away from some of this stuff, or maybe not wanting to see, or there might be a blockage. Like you might say, you know, I don't remember my past. I know that there was some issues, but I don't quite remember what they were. And so there is some distortion that's coming out here as well. And the other thing too, some of you might actually have some back pain, you've been having back issues lately. That's actually correlated to the base, the root chakra. They're just telling me to pull one of these cards as well. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, okay. So this was all about lessons in life. So from a young age, you may have experienced difficulty. There may have been some fighting in the family. You may have experienced, you may have some negative experiences from your childhood that you're kind of processing at this time. And Spirit is saying that these are all about the lessons in your life. So it's not about personalizing them. It's not about putting a face to your pain, whether it was your father, your mother, or someone in your life. This is all about acknowledging the lessons for what they were. So for example, if you had a parent that was very narcissistic or abusive, you might turn the other way and be more into other people. You may be more caring. You may be someone who says, I don't want to experience that selfish energy. I don't want to be that person who isn't giving my whole heart in a relationship. And so that is the lesson that came from that. And so this is all about you coming into this lifetime and you saying, who are my parents? Like, you pick your parents, you pick your circumstances. And I know some people don't want to hear that, and some they're not ready to hear that. There may be some distortion going on, or there may be kind of a lack of understanding overall. But Spirit wants to give you that positive message saying that this is making you who you are, and it's making you a better version of who you are there. So, so let's read the blessings of oneness. Okay, so bring your awareness within and connect with the eternal you. Love, abundance, and blessings flow to you. Feel a deep sense of peace. Feel the oneness, the clarity, the perfection, and the love that you truly are. Yeah, absolutely. So some of you may have even felt like that, not necessarily like really loved to the extent that you needed to, or you weren't given the love in the way that you wanted it. And so Spirit's saying, that's within you. You are love. You have every capability in which to experience the love that's eternal for all of us. So absolutely stand in that power and know that you are love. And let me read the message for the stand still card here. So it says, if it feels that some areas of your life has slowed down or even become a standstill, you are right. Something is not progressing. Even if it seems that things are flowing, look beneath the surface. Perhaps something is immovable. The first step to becoming unstuck is acknowledge where you are. The soul loves truth. In life, you can either say there are no weeds or there are no weeds. Or you can notice the weeds and begin pulling them out. Notice what isn't working in your life, and then take the slow, steady steps to unblock the barriers in nature. When one being is stuck in the mud, the worst to do is struggle. The best thing to do is slowly and carefully, one step at a time, extract yourself. So yeah, so basically exactly what Spirit was saying. It's about like whatever this blockage is, whatever this thing that you've sort of held onto your back, you know, this weight, it's time to let it go and move forward and know that you are absolutely loved and supported. And Spirit says it's time to release this. And you do have the love and support of these grandparents' energy that are coming in. It feels very loving. It's like that safe, you know, I'm going to grandma's, I'm going to my safe place. And you may have even had parents that have, that were like grandparents to you. So, I'm getting that name as, that as well. And I am getting an E connected too. So there might have been a initial or a last name that would be connected there as well. So, so I do hope that was helpful. So let's move on to the next. All right. So we're at cards 4. So immediately when I kind of connect with this energy, there's something about going your own way and being very sort of different around the way that you are approaching things. Just by the tree, it sort of separates itself from every other thing that's coming in terms of the layout of the cards there. Okay, so emotional loss. We have the card 5 there. Some of you might have actually experienced a loss as of recent in terms of crossing over energy. And it does feel like there's a sadness definitely connected with this. This might be a loss of a relationship, a loss of a job, but it feels more on the emotional relationship level. And I do feel like there might be a contemporary energy that's crossed over to you, that it feels like it might be a friend, a brother, some contemporary energy that would be, it might even been a friend that you knew, kind of a partner that you had, but I do feel like that energy is coming in as well for you. And then we've got the card flow here. So yeah, this is all about energy and the flow of it. And it's kind of that yin yang. I'm getting that yin yang energy as well. That's connected there. Let me see, Spirit, what other? I'm going to, they want me to pull a tea leaf too. So I've already pre-shuffled these. So I'm just going to see what Spirit has to additionally bring in here. Shark. Okay. Yeah. So take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Okay. So, let me see 1 second here. Okay. Yeah, I definitely feel, they're telling me one more. I definitely feel there's a little bit of, anger and maybe frustration around circumstances and the way that it happened. So again, I get this around relationships. There may be a relationship that you're going through a divorce at this time, where there's a division of assets, or there might be something where somebody's passed over where you have to like do a will, or that might be going through the estate, that type of thing. But I do feel like that might be coming up, and I feel like there might be someone that you have to kind of just be very cautious of in terms of your energy and making sure that you are kind of covering off on things. And I don't say that to alarm you by any means, but it does feel like there's a little bit of a suspect energy that's around you that may not be fully highest intent. And so if you can just kind of stay in your power, then you're not giving your power away to anyone there. And the next one here is muddled and unclear thinking. Yeah, so I feel like there's this feeling of other people's energy coming into your space that's causing you to be a little unclear about what's going on, the circumstances, the situation. And so I just feel like that's something else that that is also coming into your space at this time here. I'm going to read the card here. So it says there are times to hold on to the shore and there are times to enter the flow. Notice where in life everything is going and move in that direction. Watch for signs and follow them. Don't resist. When you go with the flow, your life force expands and the healing on all level abounds. This is also a time to release old limiting patterns, forgive, and let go of the need to be right about your beliefs. If you aren't feeling the smooth centers of life, it means that you are being self-critical or judgmental. When you enter the flow with gratitude and love, you will find blessings surrounding you. You will enter into a state of grace, healing. Okay, sorry, the camera cut out a little bit there. But basically, this very much feels like you might be in this space where you feel like a loss to, there's on the emotional level of expectations. So oftentimes, you know, we put expectations upon others around us, the same that we put upon ourselves. And some of us might be more like very type A and then, you know, expect the same from others. But this is very much about, you know, I think one of the hardest lessons that we have to learn is, you know, to let go of expectations of others. And when we do that, there's freedom in that. When we expect all these things of other people, we just end up disappointed. You may be in a situation in a relationship where you put more effort in than the other person does, but they do the extent of what they can do. You might at work, any work situation where we give more and we do more and other people can just, you know, maybe give half of what we do and they're still at peace with it. That's a battle within you that you have to work through. So it's very much about understanding that and knowing that and being at peace with that. So I am going to pull a letter card and just see what else Spirit has to say here as it relates to that in terms of the letter correlation. If there's a letter that would be correlated here. Okay, so we've got the N. So there might be somebody initial N. I believe the grandparents' energy was coming in, so that might be something that comes in as well. So yeah, so hopefully that was helpful and you got some of the guidance you needed. All right, let's move on to the next group here. Okay, so immediately, obviously, there's a bunch of hearts around this, so there's a feeling of love energy that's coming in here for you as well. Let's see, so your stack, actually, Spirit wanted me to pull 2 of these cards upon the entry, before I even started this. So I just so you know, you did get 2 of those cards. I asked for that 2 specifically. And so we've got solitude, the number 9. We've got intuition, the number 2. We've got pleasure and a blessed time. So with you, I actually feel there's a couple things going on. Number 1, I feel like you're stepping into the space of self-love. This is very much about connecting with yourself and knowing yourself. I feel like you may have gone kind of rounds in relationships, or, you know, you might be in a little bit of a stalemate as it relates to love. And it feels like this feeling of new love coming in for you, but it's all about connecting with yourself and bringing in that love energy. So there might even be, so we've got 9 and 2, but there's the number 11, the connection of those 2. And it's the joining, right, of 1 and 1. And so there's all about that connection. And so this could be with you and another soul, or you with your higher self. So I do feel like that energy is coming in for you. And this is all about going inward. The solitude, she's holding this book, and there's very much about connecting, about going deeper, about taking in this information. And you can kind of see this is almost like this pillar that's behind her. And it's almost like when you feel like you've climbed the mountain, that there's more to go. So Spirit is very much encouraging you to kind of go inward, connect, and there's you might even have like a stack of books or something that you need to read, or you might be finding yourself going through like just kind of a kid in a candy shop right now when it comes to taking in information. So a bunch of YouTube channels, all spiritual, but it feels like you're doing a lot of spiritual work right now to kind of build this love within yourself, and I feel like the expansion out to the world, you giving your love in a very different way. There's the other thing I'm getting here too. This is interesting. Okay, sorry about that. My camera cut out again. I've been having crazy, just the energy with these readings have been pretty intense. I felt very loopy too. That's whenever I connect with Spirit, it's very high vibration. So it makes me very, especially when loved ones come in. So the other thing I was getting here is, it's interesting. So she's looking at this. It's sort of almost like she's looking through space and time here. And I feel like some of you are picking up on a lot of things, and some of you there might be some hesitancy. You know, she's also wearing this cross on her neck. And I feel like for some of you, you might have been raised in a manner where maybe some of this opening the doorway to this intuition and being more open to these experiences might be scary for you. They might be taboo. They might there might be a block around that you have, where you feel like if you do that, you might be kind of going against family beliefs. It might be scary for you, for everything you were kind of conditioned when you were younger. There's some of this going on, or even just a general fear of everything you've been told about maybe, what will come in. There's, some people have different views on that, and there is some hesitancy there as well, but I definitely feel like it's calling to you. The journey, it feels like it's unfolding for you. And then we have the pathway here. So it's interesting, the pleasure pathway. You can see it's almost like it's going through this doorway. You have a door here, and it's inviting you in. It's bright, it's open, it's wanting you to come in. And then you have this, this pathway here that's sort of unfolding for you. And so I'll read what the pleasure pathway indicates there. So it says, savor your life, each and every part of it. Take pleasure in slowing down and experience each of your senses. Taste your food with gusto. Inhale the sense of the world around you. Enjoy the colors and textures in your life. This is a truly stop and smell the roses card. Embrace your sensuality. Move in a liquid way. Let pleasure be your password in every intimate part of your life. And this is basically, for me, it's interesting. So this is all about, when it talks about feeling and embracing those things, that's very much about taking in, when you go down this journey and this path, that's where you start to experience these senses. And it's about knowing the way Spirit speaks to you and what you're feeling and what you're going through. So that's very much what's coming up there as well. And then I'll read the card here, a blessed time. The path is clear and all obstacles have vanished. Your time of waiting is over, so proceed with confidence. The challenges you have faced were essential, for there is a perfect time for everything. Now is your perfect time to be blessed by the universe. So that's just beautiful. And look at it, talks about the pathway is clear, and you see that here as well. So Spirit's definitely opening up that gateway for you, and it's time to go through. And again, you have this sort of universal pathway, and then you have the door behind you, and I feel like it will open up you to different experiences there. Let me pull a tea leaf card here, and I pre-shuffled these, so I'll see what Spirit has to say for you as well. Okay, so funnel. Period of frustrations and lessons to be learned. So yeah, this is all about kind of going in that. And so as part of that process, I mean, if you look, it's kind of bringing in a new channel there. It's all about, through this journey and this experience, that there is things that you need to learn, as with any journey. And so just keep at it and know that you're going down the right path, and things will unfold the way they need to unfold there. For sure. It definitely feels like there's some success on the other side of this pathway in this door here. And I'm going to pull one more as well. Hat. You will be playing a different role. Yeah, so this kind of goes back to this card as well. The way that you may have shown up in your life thus far, it seems like it's changing. So you might have people might kind of see you as a different way. You're putting on a different hat, right? And your role is changing. And so just knowing that you're going to be showing up differently to different people, and even to yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that, but just knowing that you're going through this metamorphosis and this transformation that brings about this change in your life. So don't be surprised if you hear other people saying, wow, you seem like you've changed, or wow, you're kind of different. I would just say thank you, because you are definitely changing and morphing as you're going. So congratulations on this upcoming journey. Let me know how it relates and what you're experiencing. So be blessed. Namaste.